Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Sunnyslope Alumni Podcast. I am Julie Bustamante, and today I have with me JoAnn Davis from class of 2002. Hey, girl.
Hey. Sorry, of course my son wants my attention right now. What?
It's all good.
Not right now, bub. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know where they're at. Sorry.
Girl, good. Hey, this is life. I'm just waiting for my daughter to walk through the door.
It'll probably happen at least 3 more times.
It's all good. How have you been? What's going on?
Good. Just, mom life is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for being with me today on the Sunnyslope Alumni Podcast. We are so happy to have you with us today.
Thank you. I'm honored.
Let's jump in. I want to talk about Sunnyslope High School.
The good days.
The good days. I love it. I know, right? Do you have any memories at the top of your head from Sunnyslope that you want to share?
Look, honestly, I was drunk most of the time. So I probably have some good memories. I just don't remember them anymore.
I love that. Girl. Uh-oh. There you are.
Sorry, I was getting a call.
You're
Every
good.
time.
Oh my gosh. No, I remember you being like the most, just every time I look at you, I smile because you just gave off, and you still do, like this good vibe. You were always like, hey, what's up? But you probably were just chilling, feeling yourself and everything.
I mean, probably, but no, I was super shy. I didn't really talk to anybody in high school except for like my sidekick back then, Rachel, and
Oh
just
yeah.
kept to myself. And I don't know, I wasn't confident. No girl is in high school, but I wasn't confident in myself at all until like maybe senior year, and then I was just partying too much. So who knows?
Yeah. I can definitely relate. I think I thought I was shy. Like I'm like I was shy. Like I wish I wasn't so shy, back then.
Yeah, you were like one of the sweetest ones to me, so I always appreciated your friendship.
Oh, I love you, girl. You were always my girl. I already knew it. It's just like our energies just matched, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
that's forever, my girl.
absolutely.
Yes. So are there any? Let's go back to Sunnyslope. Is there any traditions that you remember that we did that kind of stuck out to you?
I loved Spirit Week senior year. That was like when I like actually fully embraced high school and like being a senior and being like top dog in class.
Yeah.
I wasn't around for my freshman year to do the S Mountain thing, so I wish that was a memory of mine. I would have loved to partake in that, but we moved away after 8th grade, so.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, is there any teachers that you remember that stuck out to you that you were like, man, they were awesome?
Ms. D'Agostino from my history junior year.
I think we probably had history together. I remember her too.
Yes, junior year we did. I slept through the whole class, and on the last day of class, I don't even remember now exactly what she said, but she said something to me and it stuck. And then so I had to retake obviously her year so I could graduate, and I got stuck in her class first hour again. So that was, a whole challenge all over again, not to fall asleep for another year.
Yeah, I hear you.
But she was probably one of the most influential for me.
Do you want to share what she told you? Was it like something like?
I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something along the lines of, I know you're capable of so much more than what you're giving off. And I wish you the best of luck next year, and I hope it shines through, or something along those lines. But I was just like, oh, okay, maybe I should pay a little bit more attention.
Yeah, that's awesome. But
Yeah.
I wish. I there were no really significant teachers to me back then, but like doing these interviews, I'm a lot of people have said, oh yeah, this teacher or this coach has said something to me and it like impacted me, and it like I don't know if it's changed their course, but it definitely left an imprint on them.
Yeah.
And I think that is awesome, and I love to hear that. So after, tell me what you've been doing. Like, what have you been up to? Like after high school?
Um, shortly after high school, I actually got married at 20 and moved to North Carolina
Mm,
because my husband was Army. And at 22, I was back in Arizona getting divorced.
uh-huh.
But I've just been working, I work retail. College just never lined up for me.
Mm,
And retail worked out really well. I'm in retail management. The company I work for is not normal retail. So I'm home no later than 5 o'clock every single night. I get to be home with my son. I
mhm.
got remarried. I've been with my husband for 16 years now. So
Oh
just
wow.
living the dream.
I love it. So are you, so you said you do retail and you do watch your son too? Like, or are you stay?
Um, he's a daycare during the day because me and my husband both work, but on like my days off during the week, he'll be home with me, and usually he's attached at my hip. So
Yes. I know when I first saw you like have him, I was like, oh my God, he is the cutest little boy I've ever seen. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was just waiting for pictures. And every time you post him, like, he is so sweet. He has your smile. I could totally like see that light in
big.
him.
He's definitely becoming my mini me. He
Uh,
attitude and all, but it's okay. I can match it. It's fine. But he's my little miracle. He's my
no.
crazy, insane. Don't know what I'd do without him. Just he's my world.
I love that. Yeah, our kids are definitely our world. I
Yes.
know what that is 100%.
Yeah.
Aw. So, speaking of Sunny Slope, has it, any part of it influenced you in your life now as an adult, as being an adult?
I think as a whole, absolutely. I went to Mountain View. I grew up like in the middle of Sunny Slope where it wasn't such a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
Um, and I think that helped make who I am today because I don't take really, I can go into a neighborhood or I can go into a sketchy part of town and I'm just like, whatever, this is normal to me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, as a whole, I think it made me a little bit more well-rounded and gave me that kind of street smart that is needed so you
Mm-hmm.
can be alert on everything going around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I can relate to that. So speaking of Sunny Slope and giving you that street smart, what would you say if you could sum Sunny Slope up in one word?
Um, I had one written down and then I'm like, no, that's not really accurate. Intense.
Intense.
Intense. Very
Okay.
intense. For me, it was intense. It was life changing. It was just I don't know, everything. It was it was intense for me.
Okay. Would you say like more intense, more towards positive, negative, or maybe a little bit of both?
A little bit of both, but more positive.
Okay.
More positive for sure. It taught me how to really see people for who they are, and sometimes that was good and sometimes that was bad, but
Yeah.
it made me more alert of to everybody and how who they can really be.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, what advice would you give your younger self?
Pay attention to life. Like, don't drink so much and just enjoy high school. Don't pretend like everybody's out to get you because it's not that bad. Life is not that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. So, are there any of our alumni? They don't even have to have graduated, but would you like to see anybody on here? Is there anyone in particular?
Oh gosh. Um, I don't know. I think everybody. if I can do this, I think everybody needs to at least do this once. Because you don't have to be popular. You didn't have to be popular. You could be a loner.
Hmm.
I think everybody should give this a shot. It's fun to learn and do.
Yes, that's what Gilbert and I are trying to get that out there. It's definitely, it's not what you think. We just want to talk with you, see how we're like filling the gap basically from high school to now. Like, what have you been through? Because you never know if somebody's gone through what you've gone through, or
Right.
you know, because you can relate, and we're at the end of the day, like most times more than any, we're more alike than we realize.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, last question I have for you is there anything you want to say to the class of 2002? Any alumni? Anything
Um,
besides saying come on the podcast? And it's not that bad. Any?
um, I wish everybody well. I hope everyone's doing great in their life. I mean, I was at the 10-year reunion, 20, and it was so much fun. And I encourage everybody to come to one of these at least because I wasn't going to go to the 10-year, and Gilbert actually encouraged me to go and told me a story about the first time him and I met that I didn't remember.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, maybe it won't be so bad. And it was a blast. Like, the 20-year was just as fun as the 10. I left with a very massive bruise on my leg from musical chairs.
Oh my
It was
gosh,
great. Yeah, it was
I
fun.
remember that. Also, too, I want to tell you thank you because I saw you at my nephew's funeral. How he passed away in January, and just
Mhm.
seeing you there, I was like, oh my gosh, like, wow. Even my sister was like, oh my gosh, I saw JoAnn, and
Oh,
that like hit me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like you showing up did more than you even realized. So I wanted to thank you for that. Thank you on behalf of
oh,
me and my sister, and
you're gonna make me cry.
I know you're gonna make me cry.
It was, I couldn't imagine going through that. And just knowing that I know just the physical presence of just anybody being there can help heal a soul.
Yeah,
And so I wanted to pay my respects and show you that like you guys are awesome. And I'm so sorry that that happened. And
you.
I
Yeah,
mean, it can happen to anyone at any time. Life is too short.
it absolutely
So,
is. And but yeah, I just wanted to thank you for that, and
of
just,
course.
I mean, even just you just coming, like just sitting there, like you don't have to say anything like that. It speaks volumes. So just wanted to put you out there and say thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you, girl. Well,
Absolutely.
I want to thank you for spending time with me today, and going back to memory lane a little bit. I want to say I love you. I think you're an amazing mother. You're doing great, and just keep shining, girl. Keep shining your light because you
Thank
are
you so much.
inspiring people. You are inspiring. You inspire me. So
You're so sweet. Thank you. And I love you too. I am so glad I decided to do this. I
yeah,
wasn't going to. I was like, no, I'm staying far away. And then when Courtney was on and she called me out, I'm like,
she did. I was like,
cool.
let me get her. I'm gonna get her.
I had a feeling that's why I got that message later on. So,
Well, I love it, and I thank you, girl. I hope you have a great day, and
you too.
that's it. I guess until next time, Sunnyslope Alumni Podcast. We'll see you soon.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.